Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to all the geeks out there, and I will geek them, and welcome to an exploration video. We visited Lochleven Castle and Black Ness Castle. Just to give you a bit of information about the castle, it was actually founded in the late 13th century, and that was basically 1296 was when they apparently built it. They can't really be sure about that because they do believe that it was built by the English. And during the war with William Wallace, it was actually captured by William Wallace and then turned over to the Scottish. So it became a Scottish castle due to that. But there've been a lot of prisoners on this castle. From what we actually, when we visited the castle, there was a lot of information about that, about the different visitors. One of them being Mary Queen of Scots. So, I mean, what
the first time she went there to the castle, she wasn't a prisoner.
No, she wasn't. She was actually a visitor.
She was debating with someone about Catholicism.
She was debating with someone. That someone just happened to be
John Knox.
Okay, so John Knox, he was he from what I can see, he was a priest. From what I read, he was a priest. Him and Mary actually debated about Catholicism, whether it would actually stay in Scotland. Sorry?
The architect of the Protestant Reformation. That's
so they got into a lot of heated debates regarding that, actually, and whether Catholicism or whether it would be Catholicism or the Protestant faith that would hold up in Scotland, and that discussion would always used to get very heated. Funny enough, still to this day it gets very heated. But since we're not discussing that, we're discussing the castle itself. Why else do you think she was there, Angela? She actually had to abdicate the throne to him. She actually did have to abdicate the throne.
In 1567, she abdicates her throne in favor of her son while she was still being held as a prisoner at the castle.
Yes. Unfortunately, or a better way to say it, sadly, what had actually happened there while she was on the island as well is she miscarried twins while she was there, and while she was still ill after miscarrying those twins, she was then forced to abdicate the throne to her son, and this is obviously from dissenters. Now, what was really cool though was that when she was held on the island, she did actually manage to escape, and
they did it sneakily.
They actually did it very cleverly. There was a little boy a little orphan boy that actually grew up on Lochleven, on the Lochleven Castle's island, and he actually they grew fond of each other. Basically, they were fast friends. And the little boy, Willie Douglas, that was his name. Yes, and he helped Sir Douglas helped Sir Douglas to help Mary Queen of Scots actually escape by actually sending letters or helping to smuggle letters in and out of the island, and basically just creating distractions so that she could escape. And I thought that was quite awesome as well. But later on, obviously, after all of this, the castle was held as a prison for a very long time. To end off on this one, the island now is used as a sanctuary,
a nature reserve, and basically some of the more rare birds go in and actually nest there. And you have to wipe your feet before going onto the ferry to make sure that you don't take bacteria with you to the island, so that you don't disrupt the birds and make them sick.
Yeah, so it's actually quite awesome that they do that. But anyway, yeah, so that's Lochleven. Hope you guys enjoyed that.